is a betrayal that shakes the foundation of trust
Yeah.
in every relationship. So when someone discovers that her partner has been unfaithful, the person usually faces agonizing decision of either to give up or to stay and fight. Well, this is how we welcome you to Girls Aloud, the show where we tackle the hard-hitting issues that affect women and spark conversations that matter. Today, we're diving into one of the most painful, what I call painful, is my opinion, but the ladies will say if it's painful for them, makana, to each their own, and different strokes for different folks.
Yeah.
So today we're diving into one of the most painful and emotionally charged experiences in relationships, which is infidelity. So today our topic is surviving infidelity. Should a woman stay or walk away? Well, they will tell us, should we stay and fight? Or should we pack our bags and baggages and move? Well, we get to find all that today. Well, my name is Priska.
I'm Joy.
Okay?
My name is Chidera.
My name is Adeze.
Okay.
And I am Gift Francis.
Amoma is my name.
My name is Tina.
And the question is, like, when we started, before we started, I was saying it in the background, but just that we came on there, she was saying Jesus and I could cheat. Well, and it begs the question, why do people even cheat? Some people will say because they want varieties, they want to explore, they want to do this, do that. But me, I'll always say that cheating is all about discipline. That if you're disciplined, and because I would not even say it's about love, because you might love somebody and still cheat on the person. So I like to look at it in the area of, for me personally, I would say it's about discipline. If you have discipline, because you can love somebody and still cheat on them. So love for me is not enough. For my kind of after everything, I thought you said you loved me, you cheated on me. Love, that the person cheated on you truly doesn't mean the person doesn't even love you. My temptations might abound, but it takes only the strong to overcome temptation. So for me, I feel cheating is not about love. Cheating is just indiscipline. If you're not disciplined, then you will cheat. Joe, what do you think?
It's true. It's based on discipline. If you can be able to control yourself, you won't cheat. But at times, they find it difficult, Sha. They find it difficult not to cheat.
Okay. Well, who wants to go first?
Okay.
This is your laughter.
You know, this thing, cheating, some persons, they've been practicing it before they got married. It's not something they just started in the marriage. Some person it has been in their DNA, right from when they were still single until to the point of marriage. And if any person wants to maybe still stay in a marriage, in such marriage, then the person should be ready to fight the demon, because it's a betrayal that is hard to overcome. So if you still want to stay, first of all, you find out the why. Why is my partner cheating? When you find out the why, if it's worth the tears, or it's worth the if you want the tears to stay, then you can stay. But if you are staying, know that a cheating partner is hard to change. Because once an adult, it's like once a person is an adult, the person is already formed. So changing that person is difficult. So if you want to stay in such marriage, then be ready. Know that there is possibility of that man or your partner, that woman, cheating again. So be ready to fight the demons. And if you know that the relationship does not worth the struggle, then walk away.
Okay, well, that's good gifts.
Okay. In addition to what you already said, I would say that cheating is a breach of contract or trust. Because in the institution of marriage, you have taken an oath with this person, a marital vow was made, and that is an agreement. So when you break that vow, that means there is already a breach in between it, okay? Now, for the cheating part, you find out that in this our society now, it's becoming a common phenomenon. People will always say men are polygamous in nature, and they've taken it as a license to be cheating. And now some women are even becoming more comfortable with it. Okay? So cheating is a menace that everybody needs to fight and speak against. Even biblically, you find out that cheating is something that is very wrong.
Okay, and you said something about women. Was it not? Someone told me this morning that women is looking like women are even the people that are now culprits of the cheating. Like it's not only the men. And I said to the person, well, I won't blame them. It's just a case of follow the bandwagon, or if you cannot take the heat, stay, get out of the kitchen. It's just like a question of do me, I do you. I think some time ago, somebody on Facebook started something she called a cheat back series. Yes, where she was one of those Facebook influencers and feminists. So she was saying something about having classes where she was, and people were actually paying for those classes, where she was telling women about cheating back. And for me, I think that was the most foolish things I have seen in recent times, because I don't understand the concept of that. You think you're doing me back, you're doing yourself. Like, I don't understand why I need to cheat back to prove a point. For me, or personally, I just think it doesn't make sense. But the people that were doing it, I said, well, to each their own. But I just felt it was crazy. Why you say me cheat back? So cheat back to do what? So you go pain the person, you go prepare the person. I don't get that part, because me, I like, you can't make me do what I don't want to do, or turn me to somebody I'm not just because I want to prove a point, which is the reason why we're discussing it. Surviving, to walk away, or to stay.
You know, this thing you just said now reminded me of a very funny statement that they said, a key that can open every padlock is a master key. But every key, any key that every padlock can open, is a wonderful kind of key.
What are you talking about? What did she say?
I said there was a statement I once had over time. They said that a key that can open every padlock is a master key.
Okay.
But any padlock that every key can open is an ASH key. You know the meaning. So
okay, but meanwhile, well, as we are here, as we are talking right now, before Chidera and Ada expressed their view, somebody sent a message and said I should ask you ladies in the house that he's listening. He's a man. He said he's listening and he wants to learn. You know, usually we do not, take reactions from people, because this is basically more of ladies' discussion, insight from the women. So that's why I believe he's asking this question. So he said, good afternoon to you all in the studio. Please, I want to ask, is cheating in a relationship, okay, he said, cheating in a relationship and cheating in marriage, which one is more sinful than the other, and which one is permitted? I'm listening to learn.
But when you are married, you are not cheating.
No one is
You said?
When
You said why you're not married?
you are not married, it's not cheating.
Why?
It's not infidelity. You know what you asked is infidelity.
Yes.
You can call any of them cheating, but it is grave when you're married. That is why they say you have a mother-in-law. We call it in-law, but it's mother-in-law, father-in-law. So there is a law, guiding you people at that time. So if you are married, that's when you're committing infidelity.
That is not even true, because the definition of infidelity says the action or state of being unfaithful to a spouse or a sexual partner.
A spouse or a sexual partner. Do you know why the or is there? Do you know why the or is there?
Please tell us why the or is there.
If you have plan A and plan B, the plan A was never a plan.
You say the plan B.
Because you already know that maybe the plan A is going to fail, so you are putting the plan B beside. They are adding the or so that those people who are psychologically victims already will not say, they did not remember also. But the spouse there is the main thing, not the or. Just like you say, you can give me rice. That's what I want to eat. Or if the rice no day, you can give me beans.
Please let me answer this from the biblical perspective. The cheating itself is not even supposed to happen. If we should follow the normal Bible standard rule, because the Bible makes it to know that we are not even supposed to have any intimacy. Premarital sex. Then now, adding to the infidelity part, the Bible recognized in marriage. Then I will use this as a guideline. in the book of Matthew chapter 5.
Speak
verse-
speak up.
Matthew chapter 5 verse 27 to 28 said that Jesus said, "You have heard that it was said, you should not commit adultery. But I tell you that anyone who looks at a woman lustfully has already committed adultery with her in her heart. And the marriage should be honored by all means." In the book of Hebrews chapter 13 verse 4. "And the marriage bed kept pure. For God will judge the adulterer and all the sexual immoral." So you find out that it is totally unacceptable to cheat. So I think it is grievous and there is consequences attached
So now
to
the
it.
question now, cheating in marriage and relationship, which is more sinful?
The relationship
Or is
suppose
there
not
anything?
get sex
That's what
involved.
he's saying. So his question is,
question-
which
but
one
I've
is
answered.
permitted?
I've answered.
Which one is permitted?
The one where they never marry.
None is permitted.
It was a question of
The one that is more what
He said,
permitted.
which one is more sinful than the other, and which one is more permissible?
The simple part, the both of them are sinful, and you know that in the eyes of the Lord, that there is no one that is grievous than others.
Exactly.
But it is even more grievous in marriage because that is the one that the Bible recognized more.
Exactly.
If you can even take it in that direction, that means you're not even supposed to. It's not even supposed to happen in relationship to start with. It's even very wrong.
In ata the person for what? You know where you be a whole cell again ata. You kwesịrị ịpụtacha.
Let's also look at it from a different side, because the person who asked this question before you started quoting the Bible,
Right?
so let's look at it from another angle. Let's say you are married to the person. Which one is more sinful, actually, is his question. Sin is sin. At the end of the day, when you die, you either go to hell or you go to heaven, right? So you're going to pay for your sin. Now, if you sin against someone you have not married by cheating on the person, is cheating is also sinful. But the one that is more sinful, if you would say that, is the one that you cheat against your wife, because you've made a vow.
Something is binding. Yeah,
You've made a vow to that woman that you're going to be faithful. You said a whole lot of things in front of an audience, witnesses.
Yeah.
You made that vow. So that one is more sinful because you've made a vow. The other one, you've really not made a vow. And if, let's say, you did not go to church, probably traditionally you did certain things.
Yeah.
That one is also guiding you, which makes it more sinful. And there are places like villages where, although it's mostly for women, where if you cheat, there is something that will happen to you as a woman. It mostly happens with women. But I think it should also be affecting men too, but let's keep that one aside.
It happens
so
to
I
men
think
too.
generally that
It happens.
cheating against your wife is more sinful because something is binding both of you together. The other one, the person can decide to leave at any moment. You know, nothing is binding both of you. So you have cheated. I think I won't continue with this. Let me leave. But you know that initially our topic is, should a woman leave?
Stay or walk
Stay
away.
or walk away.
Yes.
And I think we are talking about marriage, right?
Yes.
Personally, I would think it's a personal decision. The woman will decide if she wants to leave or stay. And then you now consider what is going to make you to leave or what is going to make you to stay. For me, I don't know if I'm leaving or not.
Okay.
Really, for me, I don't know if I'm leaving or not. But then, it's something that you look at. When someone cheats on you, the person has broken the trust that is keeping both of you. You know, there's this pain that comes with someone cheating on you. It means you are not enough. So the person is looking out because you are not enough. And no matter how you see it, no matter how you think the guy wants to, you know, go taste your phone, will taste your fagus, it's just because you can't be enough for that person.
Exactly.
And once the person sees that you're not enough, tomorrow you'll still not be enough. So when you decide to stay, you just made up your mind that I'm not going to be enough. And there's nothing that could happen. It's just for me to stay here. And sometimes it means you no longer have any other option.
Yes.
That's why you want to stay.
Yeah.
Because when you see an opportunity there, outside there, you see that
will take
most
it.
women will start to go away. But because there's no option, sometimes tradition also happens. When you want to walk away from your marriage, you begin to think about what your family is going to say, what your relatives are going to say. They're going to say you are unable to handle your marriage, you know, and then you think about your children too. It's also a very important factor that could actually keep you in a marriage despite what is happening. Children is very important too. So a woman will consider the things, her options, and know if she wants to go away or not. Who is cheating more now? Someone said women cheat more. But I think it's wrong. I think men cheat more.
Yeah, of course.
And it comes with age too. A woman at some age, at some point, can no longer cheat. It's not even possible for her to cheat again. There is an age a woman will be at. Who is going to look at you as a woman? You know, in a cousin car. But a man, even on he's still trying to, you know, woo a child, woo someone or you know, something like that. But a woman, there is this age you get to, you know, that there's nothing like cheating again. You just have to manage your family and wait for when you're going to die.
Okay.
So, you know, from our topic, we'll check whether you should stay or whether you should leave your marriage because of cheating. Okay. Whether you stay in your marriage or whether you leave because of cheating. You might forgive cheating, but you can't forget. It's a scar. It can't clear off. Or when you may couple, you know ya inechete yome. Many women that stay in their marriages after cheating is because of their children. Like when they always say their options, where they don't have, it's either they don't have enough money. Maybe when they leave their home, they won't have enough money to take care of their kids. For instance, you have 4 kids. He gives you 100,000 a month as allowance to take care of the kids. Then when they break it up, give away poor. Because now that 4 months, like he doesn't see them to know whether they are hungry or not. He sends 50,000. So you know you're going to be the one to look for the remaining money. So you know that it affects, in short, and just not just that, you know, kids, there's this thing that the father figure. As women, in a 2 months every day, they are used to you beating, they are used to you shouting. But are they calm? Do you understand? So because of there's this notion that women just don't want to leave their home, even when, in short, I have somebody that I know that okay, she's with her husband cheated on her, she's still in her home. Why? Because us know all the like marriage business, like all the academic business, that all like ego and seeing bringing that kind of thing. They hardly communicate.
Hannah's like a house guest.
Yes, exactly. Flatmate, yes. So she's doing that because of the kids. She can't leave because of the kids. She wants to leave. And even when they're in the other room, you just like, bros, do your thing, come out.
Hey.
Yes. Yeah, because there's this thing that, you know, that kind of thing. Because she thinks that, okay, Koyale say that, okay, if I don't give him this thing, this is the reason why he's going out. So she's doing that thing. She's not in it. Her mind, you know, when the man have cheated, there's no how she's going to, inside her head, there's a disconnection between her body and whatever. Do you get? So whenever they are in that action, she's angry. So she cannot communicate. She can't, I don't know the right word to use, but that's it. So if there are no kids, you know you cannot forgive cheating. If there are no kids, it's easy to walk away.
Yes.
You can just, bros, I can't do this. You walk away. Can a person that cheats can only cheat only once, can he continue cheating? There's a possibility. Because someone that doesn't think I can satisfy him today, how does he think I'll satisfy him tomorrow? He will still go out tomorrow. He will still cheat. It's
also important that we know that as much as we say that ONA cheating, can he cheat tomorrow? It takes a level of responsibility, self-control for a man especially not to cheat. Mm-hmm. Every moment, men meet something that will attract them.
women
let me not say something. Men meet women that will attract them. You know, they see beautiful women here and there. Some women, you know, they want to be attracted to that man even when they know that the man is married. Some women throw themselves at a man. So the temptation is coming all the time, from left, right, up, down, center, from wherever. It takes a level of self-control to be able to say, no, I'm not going to do this. I have a wife, or I have someone kind of in love with, so I don't want to cheat on this person. I'm going to break this person's heart. The temptation on Abia every day is coming, which is why a woman, especially if you're married, you need to do everything possible. It's not like it's more like a responsibility or no women, because everything you see is a necessity kind of. You have to do everything possible to make sure that you give your man what he wants, because the temptation is coming. Like if he's not getting enough from home, he's obviously going to at some point look outside, and even if he's not looking, it will come before his eyes. So you need to do everything humanly possible to make sure that you are doing your own part as the woman. Then obviously no cheat here. A man and
Well, I don't know how controversial this is going to sound. But you see, cheating is not really enough reason to leave your marriage. It's not. I'm not saying this because I lack feelings or emotions, or that I do not come from a home. No, that's not what I'm saying. But if we women should understand the kind of power that God has bestowed on us as wives, those who are wives, you would see that running away from your home because your husband cheated is just like you, ndị Igbo si no, nwoke na-achụ oke ebe ọkụ na-agba ọnụ ya. Anyị enwerịrị ebe mmiri si wee baa n'opi ụgbọgụrụ. If you notice, and there are various kinds of cheating. You know, since we've been talking, it's more of the sexual part of cheating. Enwe cyber infidelity. Enwe emotional infidelity. So if, let's say that it's not about the sexual part, will you leave your home because a man is cheating on you emotionally with another person, which the emotions will not come and tell you that this guy is cheating on you emotionally? And you know that the funny thing is, men are not good with multitasking when it comes to cheating. If a man begins to cheat, if you are a woman who is observant or sensitive to your own needs, you would know that your man is cheating. Also, someone when you can cheat on you, the children will get the adequate attention they used to have. The husband will get the adequate attention. In fact, the work in the church will get the adequate attention. Nobody will be lacking anything, but she's cheating. But the moment a man starts cheating, they don't know how to multitask. Because that line that they are using to hold their wife is the same line they are going to use for that other person. So it's very obvious. You can get it. And when a woman decides to run from her home, now this is if the domestic violence is not there. If there is domestic violence, you are just trading your life for Lucifer. But if it's not there, the only thing is to find a way around it. Now let me tell you something. Let me tell us something. In fact, I'm talking to myself. But my husband, anywhere you dey, no try cheat. Because we are going to iron it out. But you know that it is better to walk away than ironing it out. Because you don't know how it's going to end. But anyway, when we marry, we must marry right. Is right or no? In fact, it must be right. So what I'm trying to say is, if you notice that your partner is cheating, even if it's your wife, shock absorber. It's not good for a man to be alone. And I'm sure that before you marry, you already know the kind of man you are marrying. Gone are the days that we leave our parents totally to matchmake us into marriage. So I'm sure that if you're entering into anything, you know what you're entering into. And the man who you are not complete for while you guys are not yet married, you cannot be enough for him in marriage. Marriage does not change a man, and no woman can change a man. A man can only change if he wants to make you happy. You don't have that right over him. If he doesn't change, that's because he doesn't want to change. But if a man decides to change his lifestyle because of you, it's not that you are changing him. You are not a changing agent, and you are not an agent of change. All right? So if you know what you cannot condone in marriage, don't even condone it in your relationships. I'm bringing in relationship because not everybody now believes in marriage. There are people whose committed relationships are more serious than most marriages. So that's why I'm bringing it into context. If you find out that your spouse is cheating on you, find ways around it. And if your man or your woman seems to be that very stubborn person who doesn't listen, if you catch somebody and he's guilty, there are various ways of defensive mechanism. Learn it. Don't come when that defensive mechanism can be potent. Come in when it's not potent. All right? And we cannot forget. Yes, we cannot forget, because we have our mind that will always remind us of things. Even if you tend to forgive, there are some times that a particular scenario will play back that thing that happened. And the man here we call you sometimes, maybe na sexual cheating. But na the man makesi a handle ofuma. The thing where they pain them no be say they cheated. Now so another woman don't see this thing where me I don't enjoy. Now wetin dey pain us sometimes with that. Like you mean Cecilia has been handled the way I'm being handled. That's what pains us. So if you remove that from the context, you see that a man who wants the only problem is honor I cheat. Sometimes they don't have conscience. They will cheat without protection. Yebu bataraga adiboroja no yaba. Emechazie obuno ndị nke gba wicked asị gị na nongi bunyefa. If not that, if is a man who is conscious, most of these men we see on the road today, some of them are sexually cheating, some are emotionally cheating, some are psychologically cheating, some are cyber cheating. In fact, sexting is everywhere. So you wouldn't say because of that you would leave your home. Ọ bụrụ na gị nwa bụ onye nwe isi akwụ, ndị na-akparụ kparụcha iburukwa isi akwụ gị, ukwu akwụ gị ka dị na your house mgbe o ji sọ gị igburie, kama na gị nwa bụ nwoke na-cheat, ewu na-akpa n'ụkwa marụkwa na ụkwa na-adagbu ewu. That's my own.
Okay. Oh well. But when we come back, we're going to be talking about our points, and if you're walking away, or how does infidelity affect the partners? Yeah, in this case, women. And Chimoya, somebody, that same person asked the question. He said, should we cheat and go for confession? That's why I drug it, because he liked what you said the last time. So I like it, the last person who asked, when we cheat, should we go for confession?
Should I answer
Should
it now?
we? Okay, no. Well, we'll come back. The answer he won't.
Plenty killing from my life, now you I choose. I don't dey wonder if you everything I close. If I do you wrong, my baby boo, I'm sorry. You say I get too many girls that understood. But now you did my mind, I swear, say now you did my mind. I swear I know the lie, I think about you all the time. Cause girl, you blow my mind, and I know fit in that. Oh girl, you do me bad. Oh get you, come on. Pretty in your love is all I do for the living. I tempted to touch my foreign booty.
Back to more music on PBS.
Still the love like that, but you full of love for God. Hey, oh baby, this love is real. I give you all my body, I'm vision. Don't love like a wild boy, I'm a child. Yeah, you forgot that, but I'm not saying you like that. Magali, my dad, but around to make us spray you on my dollar now. But I did for my body, yeah. Top like a rock, make you on my baby. Oh, get you. I will bend you like you want sit for chair. Give you my fingers if you care. We no be strangers for my day. Oh, God,
conditions. Well, it's okay. Some people, well, we need to talk about it anyway.
Yeah.
Because you know, when the music was playing, we're having conversations here in the studio. So Pascal is a man, he's here. He's the one busy telling these ladies that there are conditions, that there might be conditions where cheating is permitted. I do not know if you guys agree, but remember somebody asked a question that I threw to Chimoy, whether you can cheat and still go for confession. You'll be cheating and be going for confession.
Cheating and going for confession is actually good. Yes. No, also not a confession now. You might go to confess to your priest. Yes, anytime you sin, you confess. You know why God says that David is the man after his own heart? David is not the most righteous. He did so many evil things.
He kept on
but the thing is that he kept on praying for forgiveness. He will do everything humanly possible to make sure that God forgives him. Human beings will always do something wrong. But when you do something wrong, are you remorseful about it? And when he said he's going for confession, no, we can not confess here to priest. No, we can not we Catholic. You got priest and when you confess, it is heavy in your heart, and you confess. It gives you a kind of freedom. You're free. But when it's inside your heart, it keeps weighing you down. If you have the urge to confess that, okay, Father, he will tell you what to do. Yes, you make prayers and be free from it. If you're going to confess to your wife that you cheated on your wife, oh yeah, listen now. If you're going to confess to your wife, you should know who your wife is. You know the kind of person that you're married to. And you know if you should go and tell your wife, or if you should just try as much as possible to stop cheating and make sure she's not aware of that. Because when we can your wife, there's a problem. That's in her head before.
Something like
it's
that.
Very possible. Yeah, it's very possible. Your priest. It's okay that you go to your priest, confess your or Catholic church in Kina Jamalkun Semia, or Bomenana Kina, Makun Semia no Menana, when email life, as no email life and one to be or whatever. It's all needs way, Mia. But if it is about you going to confess to your wife, you have to think about it, because when we listen about who is your wife, is it something that she can forgive? Is it something or still no problem? Or the best young boy won't take it. You know, when they ask, when a woman says something like, you shouldn't walk away from your marriage because now your partner cheating. All depends on who you are. There's a person that it will be, he cheats, the person will never forget. The person a plan or looking at or set a plan. Oh, the person has no problem. Oh, that is not a big deal. Why should I leave my marriage? Then don't make you a make it. He jaka you cheating. Oh, make you have the instrument here to make cheating. Instruments of war. Very true. So what I'll say to the person that asked the question, if you're going to confess to your priest, it's okay. It makes you have freedom within yourself. If you're going to confess to your wife, or if you malo de mother, and then I think it's kind of dangerous too, confessing to your wife. I think sometimes it's better to, try to change on your own and treat your wife better.
Okay, please, let me ask you a question. We talked about being remorseful when you cheat on your partner. Then in the aspect of you, maybe confessing to your priest or to God, and it's a good thing though, because it shows that you really want to stop. And we are human, we err, and we seek for forgiveness, right? But the question is, the person that you offended, is it not right that you try to tell the person that, see what I did, at least to authentify that you are remorseful?
Some truths are better hidden.
No tell me. Irrespective of the fact that you know that this thing is going to be 50-50. That's not better that you confess.
Some truths are better hidden.
And hope on whatever that comes.
You might break that person beyond repair.
Exactly. You know, sometimes we are quick to profess love. When love is, there's a branch of love that comes and deals with sacrifice. And that moment, even if you don't go to church for white wedding, that moment, you signed for better and for worse.
Do you know that the Bible, there's a part of the Bible that allows for divorce?
Excuse me.
Yes.
On the basis of infidelity.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that is, it allows for divorce in place of infidelity.
Yeah.
Good. Now, I'm not trying to debate what the Bible said, because even if that was to be the case, Joseph the carpenter should have divorced Mary.
He was told.
He was told. But you know what the intention is to?
The intentions of the don't forget.
You people have been talking. I didn't say anything. Why is my own pepper?
No, we need to say it. You said
wait
you
now.
Joseph would have wanted to. Until God said no, don't do that.
Listen. You people have been talking. Even the ones that I did not agree to, I did not overlap. Allow me to land. Land. That means there should be things that becomes exception. If the Spirit told Joseph not to divorce or they were not married then, to take away Virgin Mary from his part.
Because she did not cheat.
Wait,
I need to add that
but
part.
she was pregnant.
Yes, but she did not cheat.
Wait now. Was she pregnant?
But she did not cheat.
Wait. Whatever Madu Bunafo, after all, the Bible said the Bible was overshadowed. And if a man is there, he's overshadowing you.
So was there penetration?
Wait, I'm coming to. I'm trying to make a point now. I'm not trying to make it sound like a debate. I'm only trying to say that there are things that would happen, and you will see that the only option there is that. Or they call ndi Igbo no odudu beru na something. is either na happier or mekpọ ya o beru n'enu ya. Ịpịakwa na ya aka apịa, ị nwere ike ịpịakpọ the thing in the process. So at that point, there are things that I'm not now saying about people who cheat because they like cheating. I'm coming from the angle of there are people who wears a particular shoe that the only way to release themselves of the pain is by a particular decision. I'm not talking about people who cheat on or because it is their thing, they love cheating. All right? There is this case where a woman, maybe, in fact, it happens more in people in the political aspect of life. Igafu onye bono that angle be here save the head of your husband or even the head of your wife. And when it comes to a point where confession is to be made, remember name onye gị na nwere ike inwecha this amorous affair or try blackmail gị. In the process of blackmailing is like putting more sin to cover another. When we talk about love, it should be about sacrifice. Understand that love, or the cake it is sweet actually, but the contents to making up the cake, most of them are very bitter. So whenever somebody signs in for marriage, this is not to make a case for people who don't respect the sanctity of matrimony. It is very good that you observe it, the sanctity. But there are cases where wisdom is profitable to direct. Okay? David, why his own confession? Well, in fact, I think it's because whenever he confesses and feels remorseful, he doesn't go back to that particular sin. But some of us will collect meat today and confess. Tomorrow we will collect 2 meats and still confess until we get a dead conscience. That's where the problem lies. So if you think you want to confess, the person who needs your confession is not even God. You sinned against a person, because the Bible said that other sins we commit are outside the body, but this particular one is against your own body, and your wife or your husband is your body. You are one. So that is the person who needs your apology or confession. So instead of you saying, I know my wife, she will not take this, what if the lady decides to blackmail you, or your picture decides to come out or near from another person? She will be more heartbroken.
Okay.
And with truth that no matter how hard it is, you better say it. Okay. Worst come to worst, your life will not go.
Your life might go.
The only thing there is, that's on the part of the woman or the wife. If you are in a marriage, be prepared for anything. Be prepared. Even the most beautiful flower rose has thorns on it. So you wouldn't say because it is now, if you think you can't cope with it and you don't want to stay, you can go. The Bible agrees to it. Mana it's easy that you will not be able to confess to the person who you offended because of fear. Let that fear stop you from committing it in the first place.
Okay.
But the thing is that you've already committed it. And I would also like to state that there is no limitation to how many times a person would be forgiven, even as a human being. If someone offends you, thank you.
That's what I said.
That means that woman should wait for 70 times 7 cheating.
That's not what I'm saying. That is not what I'm saying. We say things.
No, not the same thing. Not sin now.
And again,
No, that's
the
not
Bible
what we are
says,
saying.
"We continue in sin, that the grace may abide." So we should continue sinning, sinning.
It's the same Bible. It's the same Bible that. It's the same Bible.
Sometimes, even if
Was it
you
not the
confess
same Bible
your
that
priest
said?
or to God, if you have not directly tell the person that you sinned against or confess to that person, you will still not be at peace with yourself.
Yes.
It depends.
So it's better you take
No,
it.
it depends on
There's
who has
consequences to sin.
committed the sin. Calm down. It depends on who has committed the sin. If someone tells you, okay, I want to do a confession, there are some people that feel that, they are more scared of, naturally, people are more scared of God than a human being. I mean, if you believe in God, you should be more scared of God, what God can do to you, than what a human being can do to you. So it depends. Onye na-asị na ọ chọrọ ije confession, point o si abịa confession ọ chọrọ ije, which was why I asked. Ọ bụrụ na Catholic ọ na-eje na ọ chọrọ ije confess here to Father, it's a regular thing, it's a normal thing. If you are attending any particular church, you have to abide by the doctrine of that church. In fact, not abiding by that doctrine is actually a sin. So obu no na Catholic or to make confession to the priest. That's the normal thing to do. You man see a confession to priest. It's even easier for God to forgive him than for the woman to forgive him. These are the things that you should also consider. It's easier for God to forgive a human being than for man to forgive you. And in fact, it cheats here on your woman or say no problem and she takes it like that. You should even be more scared.
I swear.
Now not say no problem, take it like that or fellow.
Of course, she will be hurt at that point.
Of course, it's going to be hurt. And then you made mention of our blackmail. You know why we are saying these things? It doesn't mean we are certain that those things are going to happen. And by the way, why would you go to cheat and erase a picture? Are you high on something? Are you high on something?
Foolishness.
That's what I'm saying.
Even if evidence of your bad deeds.
Even if you confess or you don't confess to your wife, the person will still blackmail you if the person wants to blackmail you. If you hold a high position, the person will still blackmail you. So the blackmail is still coming there. And sometimes wisdom, you go with wisdom. If we can confess, it's even safe that thing than normal that thing. Even if the person forgives you, no way good heart or not the mama said infidelity is not enough reason for you to leave your marriage. So when you can cheat, take care. Okay, are you still here? Sorry, I didn't know you were here.
Okay, let me contribute to that. Like what she said, before you confess to your partner, first of all, check who your wife is. But if you are still struggling to forgive yourself, then I think the best thing is to talk to your partner about it. Why I'm saying this is that anybody that cheaters are liars. There is nothing yes now.
But it's true.
Cheaters are liars. So if you don't even talk to your wife about it, you still cover it with another lie. And the Bible says all liars
go to hell.
So it's better if you are still struggling to forgive yourself, then the best thing is to talk to your partner about it. One, you are showing respect to your partner. Then also respect her enough not to do it again. So that is what I have to add to that.
Okay, conclude. Yeah.
Shall not tell me say you shit. So I go sleep for night.
My name. Child.
When you were going to do it, you were okay and everything. After doing it, come and give me the burden of not sleeping. I will not come and start thinking and start worrying. No shall tell me. For my own peace. Okay. Do you get? Yeah. So I'm one of the persons that go and confess, get your peace. But it's better I don't know. Because when I know, see, when I'm looking at you, the first thing that's coming to my mind, waiting happen say, I'm going to see you, and you now even, when you now go as far as telling me who that person is, you don't destroy everything now. It shall not tell me.
Put the two together.
My sister.
Oh my God.
So don't tell me. Just, if you think, there are people that when they cheat, but they don't do it intentionally. Some people that maybe they were drunk and they mistakenly cheat. I understand all those things. You get, find your peace.
On your own.
What if you are his peace?
No. I'm not going to
you, man.
Your peace is on you. Seriously, get your peace yourself. Don't tell me because see that would be. I
always remind you.
I have that difficulty in forgiving. Yes, I have that difficulty in forgiving. So telling me you just want to give me a burden. Like
I know because as a call somehow it's in a
and
sometimes even take a revenge.
It hurts you, it hurts the person that you're dealing with because your conscience will not even be at peace. The person my you they cheat on. When the person find out, the person no go do all right, just like Ada is saying. So, to just avoid problem. Resist temptation.
There's this point we didn't make in this topic.
Okay.
There's this point we forgot to add, and that point is that if a man catches his wife cheating, most times they send her home. Like they don't even give you the second thought.
Why is it like that? But women always forgive. Why?
It's never fair for women. It's never.